Mueller extends Russia probe to include Trump supporters on Facebook. Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller has extended the Russia probe to include American citizens who dared show Donald Trump support on social media during the election. Mueller has said he wants a red-hot focus on how Russia sought to sway the outcome of the election using Facebook and other social media sites, and has vowed to look into posts that were supportive of Trump in the lead-up to the election in November. You gotta be kidding me. Yahoo News reports as Mr. Mueller's team continues to probe possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Moscow's alleged attempt to interfere in the election, he is said to be focusing on how Russia was able to influence voters through Facebook and other social media platforms. Bloomberg News said the special prosecutor appointed after Mr. Trump fired James Comey in May is seeking information from companies such as Facebook and Twitter. Last week, Facebook revealed it had sold $100,000 of adverts to fake Russian Facebook accounts bought by a mysterious company linked to the Kremlin, which posted divisive advertisements about race, gay rights, and gun control. It was probably Hillary Clinton that set this up, if there's anything. Mr. Trump has always been loath to admit, that Russia may have influenced the election in which he lost the popular vote. He didn't lose the popular vote. You can't count illegals as the popular vote. Yet Hillary Clinton, the woman he beat by means of the Electoral College, despite her amassing 3 million more votes than him, has seized on the issue. I mean, are you kidding me? This is like mind-boggling, and it's also very frustrating. Also very frustrating, the last disclosure by Facebook about the targeting of attack ads, negative stories, dovetails with my concern that there had to be some information provided to the Russians by someone as to how best to weaponize the information that they stole, first from the Democratic Committee, then from John Podesta. Miss Clinton told a New Yorker, okay, let's say they stole them. The people know the truth. You're telling us we should vote on falsehoods. That's part of an election process. If dirt comes out on the candidate and it's true dirt, then they shouldn't win. Are you kidding me? These tactics were right out of the playbook of Putin. Oh God. And one of the generals whom he listens to, who talked about the kind of war planning and preparation that Russia needed to be engaged in. She added it was no longer just large conventional forces and nuclear warheads. It was also cyber war, covert and semi-covert, even overt, as we saw in Ukraine. This attack on our electoral system was at least publicly encouraged by Trump and his campaign. I hope the investigation in the Congress and by Robert Mueller as well will give us more information and understanding of what else they really did to us. Did to you, you mean, not to us. We voted for Trump. It's not going away. Both Mr. Trump and Vladimir Putin have denied colluding over the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Ms. Clinton, who is currently promoting a new book, What Happened, that details her defeat in the reality television star and analysis. Some of the reasons for it is relentless in her criticism of Mr. Comey, who 10 days before the election day said the FBI has reopened its investigation into her use of a private email server. So that was Comey's fault again. It quickly transpired that the new probe was not related to her emails, but to those of Anthony Weiner, which is false because Uma Abedin had files on Hillary under insurance on Anthony Weiner's computer just in case something happened to her. The disgraced former congressman and estranged husband of her top aide, Adam Schiff, at POTUS, sought business deal in Russia during campaign, was dishonest when claimed nothing to do with Russia. This may have shaped policy. Let's take a listen to this idiot now.
That President Trump's attorney, longtime attorney at the Trump Organization, Michael Cohen, during the beginning of the campaign, during the primary season, reached out to the Kremlin for assistance in building a Trump Tower in Moscow. Again, this was while President Trump's campaign was underway. How does that factor into your investigation?
Well, I think it's very significant, and we had requested documents from Mr. Cohen, and not being satisfied, we subpoenaed Mr. Cohen for whatever records were relevant to our investigation. It means, among other things, the President was dishonest when he said during the campaign that he had no business in Russia, wasn't pursuing no business in Russia. So yet another, I think, misleading statement by the administration about their relationship with Russia. It's also significant because if they were pursuing business in Russia during the campaign, that might have influenced the positions that the candidate took in a more pro-Russian direction. After all, if they were going to be criticizing Putin, criticizing Russia, that would diminish the chances that this deal would go through. So I think it's very significant. We obviously want to get to the bottom of it, and we expect at some point we'll have Mr. Cohen come in and testify. We'll also expect, I think, Mr. Sater to come in and testify so we can understand this more fully.
Felix Sater.
You know, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful that they're still on this subject. When she was going to speak, they were empty. They were empty. Trump had thousands of people at his rallies. She had nobody. And they're still on this, that she won the popular vote. Are you kidding me? She also claims the ongoing threat from Russia. No, there is no ongoing threat from Russia. The ongoing threat is from you, Hillary, and your cronies. And that the Trump administration is failing to address it. Putin wants to undermine democracy, to undermine the Atlantic Alliance, to undermine the EU, to undermine NATO, and to resurrect Russian influence as much as possible beyond the borders, she said. So the stakes are huge here. Really? You and Soros want to take over the world by the influx of migrants and the terror that's being caused by them. Are you kidding me? Bloomberg said several U.S. intelligence agencies, including the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and the FBI, were now working to determine what could be done to prevent a repeat of Russia's alleged meddling. Yeah, because Trump is going to be reelected in 2020 if he wants the job. Republican and Democratic leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee have said social media companies must be more forthcoming about what they saw happening on their platforms last year. Mark Warner, the senior Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, said he believed last week's admission from Facebook appeared to be the tip of the iceberg. I think there's going to be much more, he said. This is the wild, wild west. Are you kidding me? So in other words, anybody that is pro-Trump, you're not allowed to have that. You know, you had to be pro-Hillary. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is totally disgraceful. This should be ended. This should be ended. And this all leads back to Sessions for recusing himself. This wouldn't be able to take place. And you know, people have to start calling Hillary out more. Even Amazon, do you see that they're deleting the negative comments on Amazon for her book? They're deleting the comments. boycott Amazon. Are you kidding me? So in other words, it says here that anybody who showed a support for Donald Trump, on social media, they're going to be under investigation that they were they were influenced by the Russians. I mean, are you kidding me? This is total insanity, folks. This is total insanity. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.